So I haven't done a book haul in such a long time that this book haul is mostly going to consist of books that I got for Christmas. So if you're feeling like watching a what I got for Christmas book haul in March, then this is the video for you, because that is basically what's going to happen. I mean, with my editing speed at the moment and how long it takes me, it might even be April, who knows, but you know, I still want to give these books the love and attention that they deserve, and also it's a very easy video idea to get back into the video making game. So it's exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to do a Christmas book haul. Well, mostly Christmas book haul, like 80% Christmas book haul. I hope you're excited, so let's just get started. So the first 5 books on this haul are books that I all got from my brother and my sister's boyfriend for Christmas, but I don't exactly remember which book was given by whom. So if any of them are watching, which they probably aren't because I know for a fact that my brother never watches my videos. But if you are, sorry and thank you for the lovely Christmas gifts. I really appreciated it. But they kind of went through each other and I don't remember which one was given by whom. So yeah, I'm just going to start with them. And that book is Le Requiem. I cannot pronounce it here. See for yourself, it's called this. My English isn't good enough to pronounce it properly, but it is by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Childs. This is the kind of second book in a detective murder mystery series. I believe the detective is called Pendergast, and this one, what is it even about? I just know that it's like a murder mystery detective series. It's about 2 skeletons who are found and who look very mysterious, and they show signs of foul play, and the detective, together with some other people, are going to try to find out what happened. Very bad premise, I know, like very badly told by me. I'm sure the premise is fine. I just know it's a murder mystery and I really was feeling like it around Christmas time, even though I haven't read much of it. But I got it as a gift and I'm very happy with it. So if I read the first book, then I can just continue with the second one straight away. The next book that I got was Labyrinth by Kate Moss. And this is a book that is both historical fiction and both present day. It's about a girl that lives in the Middle Ages in, I believe, 1209. So 1209. Am I saying that correctly? A long time ago. And then another girl in present day, which at the time of writing this was July 2005. These 2 girls in these 2 points of time are connected by some sort of lineage and also by a mysterious labyrinth. So there is mystery all around. Gotta be honest, don't know much about it apart from that. I just really thought that the whole atmosphere or the premise of like 2 timelines and 2 main characters kind of being connected was already enough for me to want to have this book. And also, I've never read anything by Kate Moss before, but I believe she's quite a good author, especially when it comes to historical fiction. As you probably all know, I love historical fiction very much. And also this book is massive. It is so big. But I'm so excited about it because it sounds like it's going to have everything. Adventure, mystery. I cannot wait. Then the next book that I got for Christmas is Lila by Colleen Hoover. This is about a boy named Leeds and a girl named Lila. They get together, they love each other, but then Lila gets attacked and leaves her fighting for her life. Then she stays in the hospital for quite a while. She is very much injured. When she recovers, she seems to be very, very different. Leeds is not really sure what to do with that and what really is happening with Lila. So the premise sounds kind of strange, but from what I've gathered, the book is also kind of strange. I now work for the publishing company that publishes the Dutch translations of Colleen Hoover books. So as you can probably imagine, Colleen Hoover is very famous on TikTok and BookTube right now. Those titles are very much in demand. But I heard about Lila. I was kind of intrigued. As you know, I always want to read the original English version, so that is why I got that one for Christmas. But I've heard multiple times from people that this book is just so weird and so strange and crazy. But that makes me even more intrigued because I'm all here for the craziness. I want to see how crazy exactly it's going to be, and I think it's going to be a fine line because I think it's either going to be I'm going to really hate it because it's too weird, or I'm going to be so much in love with it because it's so weird. I'm really not sure what I'm in for. I think it's going to be a hit or miss. I cannot wait to see what exactly it's going to be. The only other book by Colleen Hoover that I've read now is Verity, which I actually enjoyed very much. So hopefully I will enjoy Lila as well. but I really don't know. The next gift that I got is One by One by Ruth Ware, and this is a thriller, and it's about this company, a music app company, who goes on a corporate retreat to a ski resort. And this retreat is very important apparently because it will decide the future of the company, whether they will be able to sell the company and leave them all millionaires in the process. But then somebody gets missing, somebody is murdered, I think. And people are not really sure in this group who did it and why they did it, and maybe they did it for the money. So I guess it's kind of a whodunit. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much what it is. I've only read one other book by Ruth Ware, which was The Turn of the Key, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was a very good thriller, and that is how I got to this one. I'm not really sure because I have heard mixed reviews about Ruth Ware's books, as in that sometimes the books are supposed to be really good and then sometimes they aren't. And it's not really consistent with her as an author, but as I've only read one book by her and I really enjoyed that one, I'm just going to have faith that I will enjoy this one as well. And again, a thriller, love it every once in a while. I don't read them nearly enough, but I really want to. And then for the next book, I'm pretty sure this one was given to me by my sister's boyfriend, but I could be wrong still. But anyway, it is a book that I've wanted for ages, and it is Myths and Legends, an illustrated guide to their origins and meanings by Philip Wilkinson. This is a mythology book. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is very much what it says it is. It's like myths and legends, their history, illustrations, information about them. And it's also about myths and legends all around the world, from different cultures, different parts of the world. I love it. I wanted this for ages. I love mythology books, and I just love to have a big collection of them. And this one is also quite heavy. There's so much in it. I just love to go through it. It's not really a book that I would read from start to finish, or maybe I should. That would actually be interesting. But it's just gorgeous. It can have a place on my mythology shelf, and that is what made it a perfect Christmas gift. So very happy with it. I cannot get over how beautiful it is. Like, look at those, the colors, the effects. It is just everything that I want from a book like this. Very happy with it. And then the next book that I got was also a Christmas present, and this one I got from my dad, and it is a bit of a different one, but I'm really happy with it. I'm just going to explain exactly what it is. It is a Dutch book, or like, yeah, it is a Dutch book by a Dutch author. It is actually De Bijbel voor Ongelovigen by Guus Kuijer. And this would translate as the Bible for people who don't believe. This is a retelling of the Bible. It is all these stories from the Bible, but rewritten in a way for people who don't actually believe in the Bible and everything. They don't really believe that it happens, but who are very interested in all the stories, basically from a mythology point of view. And that describes me perfectly. I am not religious. I've grown up with stories from the Bible because I went to a Protestant middle school, but I'm not religious whatsoever, but I've always been fascinated with some of the stories. Me and my dad saw this book at the bookstore way back in September, and I was like, wow, that sounds so interesting. That sounds like something that is perfect for me. But it was quite expensive and it was also quite heavy. So I saw it, I thought, oh, that is nice. I mentioned it, and then I never thought about it again. But my dad did think about it because he ordered it and got it for me as a Christmas present. And I'm so happy with that because I think that is so thoughtful and also like such a fun, unexpected surprise. And also I'm just very happy with the book itself. Like, this book, let me tell you, it's incredibly heavy. I'm not going to talk about it or hold it up too long because it is basically a Bible. It tells everything from the Bible, but just in a sort of rewritten way. And yeah. I have not really read it yet. I think it would be ages to read it from start to finish, but I think I should just like go through it slowly. Again, I cannot stress enough how big this is because it is thin Bible paper. It is huge. It is so heavy, but I love it. I think a book like this is just such a perfect way to experience these stories and to learn about them, even if you personally don't truly believe that they like really happened, which is completely fine. That is your choice. For me, that is my choice. But I am very fascinated with all of the stories and kind of some of the morals behind it, which is why this book is absolutely perfect for me. And it was a very nice Christmas gift and I'm very happy with it. Then I have one final Christmas gift, and that is this book. It is The Cabinet of Curiosities, again by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. And this one was given to me by Brit from Basically Brit. You probably all know her, but it was her Christmas present to me. Thank you so much, Brit. I'm still so happy with it, even though it has been a couple of months since you gave it to me. And you're probably like, well, this looks familiar, these authors and this type of book. That is because it's book 3 in the sort of, I guess, Detective Pendergast series, which I talked about earlier. I got the second book from either my brother or my sister's boyfriend, don't remember which, and I got the third book from Brit. They were both on my Amazon wish list, and it was so nice of Brit to get this to me. I'm really happy with it. Again, murder mystery. That's all I know about it, but that's all I need to know. I can go on a nice long binge series of this book series once I find the time for it. And yeah, again, I still really love murder mysteries, and I cannot wait to see what is going to happen in this book. Then Brit also very kindly gave me a couple of books that she had unhauled, mostly because they were thrillers. And Brit is not really into thrillers, but I really love thrillers, so she very kindly gifted them to me, which is again is so nice of you, Brit. Thank you so much for that. So I have a couple of those, 3 books, 3 thrillers. The first one is Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey. And this is a book about 2 sisters named Inti and Alice who go to Scotland to work with this group of 14 wolves who have to be reintroduced into the wild. Both sisters struggle with some personal problems, but then a farmer gets killed and the wolves get blamed, but they don't believe the wolves did it. And then, of course, there's a whole lot more to it, at least I'm expecting it to be. So kind of a murder mystery again, kind of a thriller, but a little bit different. I feel like it's not that thriller-y, at least from what I've gathered from the premise. But it sounds intriguing to me and like something that I really would enjoy reading. So I'm very happy that I could have this one from Brit. The next one is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. This one is about a girl named Chloe, and when she was little, 6 girls in her town went missing, and then her father actually confessed to the crime and got locked up. Now Chloe is an adult and she has naturally had a rough life because of that. But somehow another girl gets missing that Chloe knows, and she thinks that she might know who has done it, or at least she believes it wasn't her father. A weird way of telling the premise from me. I think the book itself does a much better job of it. But it's again a thriller, again a mystery. I do love those types of stories. Same motive behind me wanting to read it as with the other ones. And again, thank you so much for Brit for letting me have it. And then the final one in this selection that I got from Brit is Apples Never Fall by Liane Moriarty. This one I really wanted because I've read books by Liane Moriarty before and I really enjoyed them. I liked The Husband's Secret and what was the other one? Big Little Lies very much. So this is one of her newest books. I think it is her latest release, correct me if I'm wrong. And it is another thriller one, so another one that I'm hopefully going to really enjoy. I don't know much about the premise apart from that it's about this kind of perfect family with 4 children. They are very much known in their community. They do everything perfectly. And then they are involved in a missing case. And I'm assuming that this family is not as perfect as everybody thinks they are. So I guess very straightforward, but yeah, I haven't read anything by Liane Moriarty in a very long time. But in this case, I do know that I enjoy her writing and I enjoy her stories. So I hope I will also have the same experience with this one. So let's see how that goes. And then finally, I have the only book that I actually bought myself and that I bought recently, and that is also a new release. So it's like a whole different category, but that is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. This is her new release, and even though I've been out of the booktube community for a little while, I still managed to find out that everybody is really excited about it and that it basically exists. Gotta be honest, I just bought it mostly blindly because I do love V.E. Schwab's writing, and also I was just curious in general. Like with V.E. Schwab, there are some books by her that I really love. I love the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy a lot, and I really loved Addie LaRue, but then Vicious I didn't like so much. So it's kind of, it depends with V.E. Schwab with me. But I knew that I was going to read this one anyway because I know this is one of those books that everybody's going to talk about. And I did not want to have FOMO. And I want to know what it's going to be about. I want to have my own opinion on it. So that is why I bought it. All I know from the story is that it's about a 16-year-old girl named Olivia who has no parents. But then she gets a letter from an uncle who is called... Is the uncle called Gallant or the estate? I think the estate is called Gallant. When she arrives there, she discovers that her uncle is dead and that the estate is empty, save for her cousin Matthew and a few servants. Then some mysterious things start happening. I believe it's a bit supernatural. It also sounds like it's going to be a bit of a dark academia book. Cannot wait to see what is going to happen. I really hope that I will love it. With V.E. Schwab, I never truly know, but overall, my experience has been positive with her writing. I mean, I think her writing is always great. It's just that I don't always love her stories. But I hope I will love this one. So yeah, also a new one. Very excited about it. Okay, so that was my very late mostly Christmas book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of Christmas atmosphere in spring? But I'm happy that I've now done it because I feel like it was just on the back of my mind forever. And I also didn't want to skip it. I did want to show off these books, especially because some of these gifts are so thoughtful and so nice. And yeah, that is what I did. I do hope you enjoyed it and that you enjoyed this video. As always, you are free to subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, but I always really appreciate it if you do. You can also leave a comment, tell me about whatever you want to tell me about. I always love to hear your thoughts and your suggestions and your book recommendations, so feel free to do that. And also like this video if you want to. And yeah, I guess that was it for now, and then hopefully I will see you again very soon in my next video. And until then, bye!